designer based in London. Welcome to my studio and welcome to this tutorial where we're going to learn how to create a beautiful pleated fan using Sinamay straw that you can use for your hats and fascinators. Before we begin, I would like to ask you a favor. If you are new to this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please choose to subscribe and follow my channel because it will help a lot for this channel to grow and for other people to find this channel and learn these skills together with you. And now we shall begin. And I'm really excited and a little bit nervous. It's been a while since I did any workshop tutorials. It was a very busy summer. And I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be back with a lot of different tutorials that I have prepared for weeks ahead. But today we're going to focus on this. Let me show you the example of the beautiful fan that we will be making. This is beautiful hat, part of my summer collection, which I designed for royal ascot, for weddings, for special occasions. Absolutely love this hat. It's worn on the side with the fan going up. Obviously, it's always more flattering when designs go up and the base looks down. This is a beautiful teardrop shape, very flattering for any face types, face shapes. And these hats are perfect for those who don't really have experience of wearing hats or wearing hats for the first time, as shapes like this are flattering and really very easy to wear. So let's begin. It's very easy technique, really, really easy technique, but it does look really amazing on a hat. And then after we create the decoration, I'm going to show you how to use steam. Steam is an amazing skill, amazing technique that helps not just in straws, but it felts as well. It's one of the most important tools in hat making that helps to transform the material, helps to shape the fabric, helps to make the material soft and flexible. So let's begin. Oh, and another example. So this is another pleated fan decoration. This is very beautiful for fascinator hats that sits on a small hat base, or you can even create two pleated fans together. Beautiful contrast colors, purple and pink. I really love the combination. I think it's very dramatic, very beautiful. Also sits on the side like that, and the decoration goes up. Yes, you can see it. Very beautiful and flattering shape. So in order to create this beautiful fan decoration, all we need, honestly, this is the easiest way of creating decorations because you don't really need a lot of materials. All we need is Sinamay straw, pre-stiffened. This is very much important that the fabric has to be pre-stiffened. Pre-stiffened means that Sinamay straw already has stiffener in it and it's ready to be used. It means that the material is stiff and stiffener is it acts like a glue as well, so that will be very helping during the process of making. And I will show you all the steps, and I'm going to explain why pre-stiffened Sinamay straw is very important for this particular technique. If you buy or if you have Sinamay straw that is not stiffened, usually it's very soft fabric, you would have to stiffen it before creating this decoration. And not only this decoration, but any other decorations that you would like to make. Also, we will need iron, very basic iron. We don't really need steam at all for making a fan. Baking paper, that will help. Water spray bottle, very important. And matching thread needles, little scissors for threads, and scissors for straws. And that's it. That's everything I need. Oh, and also ironing board, but I use ironing cloth. So I'm just going to make some space. And all right, so very much we're going to need maybe quarter of a meter. But it very much depends how big you want your fan to be. It can be really teeny tiny and small, or it can be big and massive. Very much depends on how you vision your hats and how you would like to create this beautiful decoration. Another tool that we will be needing is a steamer. I'm using a very basic garment steamer that will work perfectly for our decoration. I'm just going to put it aside for now. And so first we need to measure and cut the material. And so I pre-ordered a meter of the Sinamay straw, very beautiful stiffened Sinamay straw. And I will use this corner. It's perfect. So in order to create a pleated fan, we need a square folded on a bias into a triangular. It's absolutely up to you how big you would like to make this fan. This is the size that I'm happy with. I think it may be 30 to 30 centimeters. Very much important that this line is on the bias, and bias is basically it's the diagonal of the fabric and it's the stretchiest part of the material. It's very much important to know where the bias are and how to find the bias. So this is the edge, the selvage of the straw. Bias strip is 45 degrees to the selvage. So this line will be bias strip. So we fold it in half, we fold the square in half, and I will be trimming, cutting our square / triangle. It doesn't have to be a perfect cut at this point because we will trim the edges later. But first, I'm just gonna cut the triangle. Right. So we had a square and now it's folded into triangle where one of the sides is the bias. It's on the bias, and now I'm going to use a little bit of water. I'm going to spray my Sinamay straw with tap water. So why do we need tap water? Tap water makes fabric softer and more flexible. That really helps with blocking and stretching the material over blocking shapes. For this particular technique, I'm using water and just a little bit, not too much, because water helps to extract the stiffener. Stiffener acts like as a glue, and with heat and pressure of the iron, it will help for both layers to bond together. So for this, we're going to need our iron, basic iron, nothing fancy. And I need to plug it in. Okay. There we go. And now at this point, we have to be very careful. Iron is hot, so don't burn your hands. And we're also going to be using a little bit of baking paper. So baking paper will protect both straw and the iron because, as I said, there is a stiffener in the straw. And if I'm going to use iron as it is, the stiffener will stick to the iron and it will damage the iron. And then the dirt of the iron will transfer back onto the straw and vice versa. So in order to avoid all the mess, I'm going to be using baking paper that protects both the straw and the iron. Okay. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm literally pressing and ironing the straw. There's no need experience for ironing. It's very basic and a lot of fun. And ta-da! So what happens is that with the heat and pressure of the iron, both layers stick together. So that's what we're aiming for. So basically, two layers become as one. And if the material is already dry, I'm going to apply a little bit more water because the straw has to be moisturized at all times. And I'm going to cover with baking paper again, and I'm going to be ironing until both layers are bond together. And in the meantime, I want to say hello to everyone who's joining. And There are a lot of questions about what am I doing. I'm making a hat, not exactly a hat. I'm making a fascinator hat decoration, pleated fan. So let me show you the example for those who missed the introduction. This is the decoration that we will be making. It's perfect for decorating hats and decorating fascinators. Very easy to create, very easy to make, a lot of fun, but it looks really, really beautiful on any hats and any fascinators, whether it's a very basic shape or it's a teardrop shape, or perhaps you would like to create something different like this shape. It's perfect for any type of fascinators and hats. And later I'm going to show how to use steam in order to create a shape. I'll explain what that means. But if you wait till the end together with me, you'll see how a steam makes a dramatic change working with Sinamay straw. It's really amazing. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue ironing. And while I was talking, the straw has dried because it's a bit hot today. And I'm going to be applying water from time to time until both layers bonded together. And by the way, you can create any size you like. It can be this size. It can be even bigger size if you like something really, really dramatic, or it can be a smaller size if you want something petite, something tender. So yeah, oh, I think that looks lovely. I think just a little bit here. You see, I missed the spot. I'm going to cover with baking paper again, and gonna press. Really have to press. It's not just a gentle ironing. You really have to press the iron to help layers to bond together. Okay, let's make sure that we did a good job everywhere. And I think it's great. Just a little bit here. All right, now a little bit more. It might take some time, but it's very important that you make sure that both layers bond together, because it will affect the final look of the decoration. So now we're going to trim the edges. So remember, as when we were cutting the edges, I said don't worry about it. I mean, you don't really have to cut it straight. But now, once both layers bond together, we can see where we need to trim to create a very neat edge. And I will cut one side, and another side to make it perfect. Okay, there. But this side, because it's already folded, we are not touching it. It stays as it is. So we're going to be working only with this side and this side. Sorry. So what I'm going to do now, in order to prevent the edge from fraying, I'm going to fold it a little bit. So I'm going to apply a little bit of water again to soften the straw. It's very important to use water because otherwise the straw might break. And I'm going to fold the edge about 1/2 centimeter or 1/4 of the inch. Try to make a neat same size fold. So this is what we're aiming for. I'm just slightly folding the edge right there. And now I'm going to be ironing again, pressing with the iron until all the layers bond together. So basically we're continuing doing the same, only now focusing on the edge of the fascinator decoration. See? So now the edge looks really nice and neat and folded, and this will help to prevent it from fraying. And I will continue on this side up till the end and on the other side. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please do ask. I'm happy to reply any questions that you might have about this decoration, about the materials that I'm working with, about what I'm making, why I'm making. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe so that you never miss my next tutorial, and I have prepared a lot of tutorials for next week and for the next months, and I would like to create different tutorials every week. These tutorials are free. They are very but little techniques that might help you to create beautiful hats and decorations. And I'm talking a lot, but as long as you ask questions, my talking will be more specific about something that you might be interested about. And frankly, it will help me to focus on something that might be of interest to you guys. And while I'm talking, also making beautiful decoration, pressing the edges. And so here's up to you. You either can create fold only once, or you can also fold twice. It will look even neater. And as well, applying a little bit of water and folding and ironing until layers are bonded. But I'm just going to leave it as it is, fold it once, and I'm going to trim these little corners with scissors, 1 and 2. Also, you can either use a little bit of glue to make the fold more secured, but I would also recommend to use a sewing machine if you have one, and just create a straight sewing a straight line here and here where we fold it, to make sure that the edges are securely attached, not just with ironing. I mean, this is great, and because the material is stiffened, the fabric will not open up, well, for some time. But if you use a sewing machine and stitching, it will make it even more secure for many, many years to come. Okay, so we have this prepared detail for making a pleated fan. And what I'm going to do next is super easy. And I think most of us during our childhood created paper fans. And this is exactly what we're going to make. We're going to make a fan. So I'm going to apply a little bit of water, just a little bit of water to soften the straw, because otherwise the straw will break during pleating process. And what I'm doing, again, I'm going to pleat, I'm going to fold like this, and it's up to you how wide you want your pleats to be. They can be wider, they can be narrower. It's absolutely up to you. Now it's your creativity and your decision how you're going to make it. But just try to keep the same width. Whatever you chose, whatever width you chose to go for, just keep it the same. And I'm going to flip it over and fold again. Flip, fold. That's what we are creating, something like that. It's actually very therapeutic. It's very relaxing. It's very calming, this amazing technique, because it's very easy to make, very easy to follow. So you don't really need to focus on every little centimeter, every little inch. You can just relax, and your hands know what to do, and your mind just, calming and therapeutic. So try it. It really, really, really helps to distract from day issues, or from job stresses or stresses of the day. And in the meantime, there are a few questions. Watching from Botswana, love your techniques. Oh, thank you so much, Sandra. It's lovely to hear, and I do hope you all like as well this technique, or will like once we finish. And what I wanted to say also, the materials that I'm using is Sinamay straw, stiffened Sinamay straw, and I have prepared links, direct links, where you can purchase the materials. This is where I purchase my materials. The trimming company, Millinery Supply, based in London, based in the UK. And also you will receive 10% discount as my followers for purchasing any materials that you like, and they have amazing range of Sinamay straws, felts, hat bases, stiffeners, wires, anything you need, basically all the materials that might be needed in order to create a hat. So if you go to the description of this video, you will see the names of the materials, links where to purchase these materials, and you can just start making straight away. Okay, so I'm done talking. And look at that beauty. This is what we created right now. This is the first part. This first part is finished. We created a fan. Also, you can not necessarily need to create this type of triangle. You can come up with your own techniques. It's very important that there are two layers bound together and pre-stiffened Sinamay straw. This is the most important thing. The rest you can come up with your designs by experimenting with different shapes. You just have to bond both layers together. You have to cover the edge with folding, like I did in the previous step, to stop the material from fraying, because the Sinamay straw is woven fabric and it frays a lot. And that's it. And then you can fold it. The folds can be different width. It's up to you. And once you finish preparing this part, we are continuing. We're getting to the next step, the most exciting step, I think, using steam. So let me move the iron away. And let me actually unplug for safety reasons. All right, and now we're going to play with the steamer. This is a small steamer. There's nothing professional about it. It's just a regular garment steamer. It's not very powerful for felts, I would say, but for straws it's absolutely perfect. It's not very expensive, and it works amazingly great. So all we need to do is put some water inside, press the start button, and wait for the steam to start working. So before that, let me explain a little bit what's the deal with the steam and why it's so important. Steam makes Sinamay straw or any other straw very, very soft. Because this material pre-stiffened, it's quite stiff, it's quite hard. So it's really hard to manipulate or create any shape. So if you can see, I can't really bend the material, or I can bend and destroy this beautiful shape. Steam makes material very, very, very soft, and because it's also hot, it helps to mold the fabric in whatever we want. So while we're steaming, the fabric becomes very soft immediately. We can create different decorations in front of the steam. And it's very important, once you're happy with your shape, you take it off the steam, you hold it for a few seconds until material cools down, and then material molds and it's ready to use. Okay, so let's now see how it works in practice. So this steamer is not too hot, but I wouldn't get too close to it just in case. And now here is a very creative process, and you can experiment with the steamer and see what kind of results you like to achieve. During my classes, I always teach this technique, and all my students, they come up with amazing different decorations, different ways of molding the shape, and it's amazing to see. Okay, so what I showed the previous step when I was bending the material, now I'm going to do it with the steam. And once I'm doing with the steam, you see how easy the material bends and how easy it is manipulated. It's like magic in a way. So what I'm going to create is, I'm going to create something like this, or something like this, twisted decoration. So how do we do this? Okay. So I'm going to bend the decoration right here, 1/3 from the edge, and I'm going to twist it basically like this. Okay, so one side is higher, another side is a bit lower. And now, again, while I'm steaming, I would like to create more dynamic shape, because I don't like when things go like right straight. I like when there's some movement, some dynamic, like material is floating in a way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands as blocking tools, like that. Okay. And I'm going to play with this part as well, twisting it together on the other side. Okay. And once I'm happy with the shape, I move it off the steam. I hold it for a few seconds until material cools down, and it molds into shape. And this is the decoration that we've created. And now we can use different hat bases. I mean, it's up to you what you would like to use as a base. There are many different fascinators that you can buy online or that you can create on your own. And the next step is attaching the decoration on the hat base. My advice, before you stitch the decoration, always have a mirror in front of you. In this case, I have my camera, so I can see how it looks like. And you apply on the hat, just put it on the hat. The fascinators, I usually wear them on a side, just one finger the distance from the eyebrow, like that. And just simply play with the decoration. Oh, sorry. And see how it looks better. So which side do you think is best? This side or this side? What do you think? Okay, let's put this down. And okay, so what do you think? I need your opinion before I stitch it. So what do you think would be best? This side or this side? Or maybe like this. Okay, so it's much easier to see how decoration looks on a hat in front of the mirror rather than just looking on the hat base and trying to place the decoration, because it's always different from how you look at the hat and how do you look at the hat while it's on you. And yes, the first one with this one. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I quite like it as well. So another important thing to consider, it's always flattering when decoration goes up rather than it goes down, because visually it sort of helps to, it makes you a bit taller and more gracious, and it's just flattering in general when decoration goes up like that. What do you think? Yeah? All right. So at this stage, before we apply the decoration, you can always apply some veils. Veils always go first because the decoration helps to cover this stitch of attachment of the veil. But today we're not going to attach veils. We can do it some other time. For now, we're going to attach the decoration. And the way I'm going to stitch it, first of all, I'm going to use same color thread and a thimble. I'm going to need a thimble because this part there's a lot of layers. It's going to be really hard to stitch. So I'm going to place it right here. And first I'm going to stitch here in the middle to secure the fascinator decoration. And same color thread, and always have a knot on the edge. It's very important. Okay. And yeah, like all right, so the first stitch is in between the layers because this will help to hide the knot. You see? So there's a knot and it's going to be hidden under the decoration. And going through the fabric, go through the fabric. Okay. And my next stitch is going to be right where the thread is, going down. through all the layers. Yeah, okay, that's going to be happening a lot now. Okay. They're going through. And you can always manipulate the needle. That doesn't necessarily go straight, but at the angle. And while you're manipulating the needle at, it's really hard to show, but I'm trying. So the needle is at the angle. It helps for the needle to move from one side to another side. So you're not stuck only in one place, but you can travel from one place to another place. It helps to secure the hat better. And then I'm going to the other side, straight. Okay, and stretch. And then again at the angle, so that my needle moves around the hat. And then I'm going to leave a loop underneath here. Okay. A bit hard to do the stitching in front of the camera, so please apologize. I do apologize. So I have a loop here, and I'm going to go through the loop. This will help to create a knot and securely attach the decoration. Okay, so and the next stitch, okay, and the next stitch I'm going to create is stitching these two parts. You can also do it with the invisible thread, so that it helps to keep the decoration together, so it doesn't move too much. Okay, and you might use a little bit more stitches here at the bottom to securely attach the hat. I'm not going to do that. It does take some time, but I just want to show you how to where to focus your stitches in order to make secure stitching. So one is here, and you might want to have another one right here. And then the third one, the last one, both stitches are securely attached to the hat base. You focus on a small stitch here just to keep both layers attached together so they do not move. And that's it. And the hat is ready, and I think it's absolutely fabulous. Of course, you can create many different variations of this technique, of this design, and I really hope that you liked it. I would love to hear what you think about this technique. Please do let me know if it was informative, if it was interesting, inspirational. If you learned anything today, how to work with the Sinamay straw and how to bond layers together. Pleating technique is very easy. It's basically from our childhood, making fan decorations. And steam is very important because that helps to mold and shape the decoration. So whatever we created, without the steam, wouldn't be able to manipulate and create this beautiful shape. And once you start making your decoration fans, you can you just let go and create, experiment molding into different shapes. Just don't overthink it. Let the steam do the job. Let your hands do the job by moving the material, by creating different shapes, and you will see how easy and fun it is, and you'll come up with different beautiful shapes. Believe me, it's really, really amazing. Plus, this technique is very therapeutic, very relaxing and calming, and it gives a really amazing, beautiful results. And I think that we finished for today. I hope it was useful and educational. And just before I finish today, I would like to show you what we're going to cover for our next tutorials next week. I have prepared this lovely hat. I bought it at the secondhand shop, and I thought, well, this is going to be amazing because we all sometimes go to secondhand shops and we find some beautiful hats, or we have some old hats at home, and it would be nice to learn how to give a second life to our old hats by decorating them. So I'm going to show how how to flatten the brim, how to create beautiful ribbons, so that we can wear beautiful hats, not just for summer, but for winter. And also there is, I would like to share amazing news. There is a new member category that just came out on my membership channel. It's called MILLINERY MEMBER-PLUS, and it's a paid membership. It's cost £8.99 for everyone who would love to learn millinery in details. And this channel is for everyone who would love to learn how to make hat bases, how to learn how to make hats, belts, and straws, how to work professionally, or how to create, make millinery as a high standard hobby. And this membership will give you access to workshops, to my millinery courses and classes, and um, live session tutorials. That the first live tutorial will be next Friday, and I will be teaching how to create Sinamay pillbox hats, just like this one. We're going to learn how to create a hat base using Sinamay straw, how to mold it over wooden hat block. I'm going to show very precise techniques that are very important to learn in order to create amazing designs, amazing techniques, and how to create perfect fascinator hats. So do sign up to this Member Plus membership. The link is in the description below. Just follow the link and choose a Member Plus category to get access to live sessions that will start next week on Friday. And if you have any questions about the membership, because there are different options of memberships, do drop me a message or comment below, and I would be happy to give you more details. In the meantime, do sign up to my YouTube channel to get access to free videos like this one today, and it will also help my channel and will support the work that I'm doing for you. And also hit the notification button so you never miss any of the tutorials. And that's it. Well, thank you so much for being with me today and for learning all your comments and kind words, and for following my channel. I really appreciate that, and I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you next week, and we will be decorating this absolutely fabulous hat, and we're going to make it even more beautiful. So I'll see you next week. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, and thank you so much for all your comments and for watching this tutorial and for being with me. All the best. Bye.